If you're a property investor, there is always a good time, or it is always a good time to purchase a property. My name is Thomas O'Regan, and over the last 4 years, me and my wife have 20x'd our property's equity position in our property portfolio. Now, how can it possibly be a good time to always buy property, which is what I imagine most people are thinking? Surely when the interest rates are high, it's a bad time to buy property. Surely when there's war, it's a bad time to buy property. Surely if you're an investor and they're raising in property taxes, surely that's a bad time to invest in property. Now, in my opinion, it is always a good time to buy property. But the caveat is, it is always a good time to buy property if the purchase price, or if the price is right, okay? And the cash flow is right. And the potential for upside is right, okay? So all that means is, yes, in my opinion, it is always a good time to buy property, but you have to factor in whatever new risk is present in the marketplace. You just have to factor that into your price. Okay, so in my opinion, on the flip side of the coin, in my opinion, it is never a good time to buy a property if you're paying too much for the property. Okay, so I could have started this video and say it's never a good time to buy property. In no point in time it is a good time to buy property. Why? If you're paying too much for the property, is never okay. So basically, when there's these negative factors like interest rates, or there's a war, or gas prices are high. And by the way, most of these things are totally irrelevant to the potential for growth of your property, right? But these are things that general people would get concerned about when it comes to making a good investment decision or a property purchase. These things, honestly, they don't really affect property prices, but what they do affect is the sentiment in the marketplace around property. And if you understand that, like, property is a very psychological thing. People are very emotional about it, and if you are skillful at negotiating, you can use the market sentiment to your advantage when you are purchasing property to put the deal in a favorable position to the point where the numbers work for you in the situation. Okay, so for example, you could say, hey, I'm looking at purchasing this property, but for example, the property price is just a little bit high in terms of how you view the risk in the marketplace. And you could say, hey, the property price, the property market interest rates are going up. There's a war. Fuel prices are so high right now, and it's just no one wants you to just put that seed, that thought into the real estate agent's mind and say, no one wants to buy right now. I'm very scared. I need to be compensated. Give me a discount on the price. And then all of a sudden you've taken a situation where most people think it's not a good time to buy a property to the perfect time to buy a property, because you've put the property price point and structured it in a way so when everything is good again, then you will make huge profits. And when, I guess, quote Warren Buffett, when people are fearful, buy, and when most people are buying, be fearful. So that translates into purchasing property as well. And if I reflect on my most successful property investment decisions, at what points they were in these sort of situations. I was purchasing during COVID, and all the properties I purchased during that time when everyone thought the world was going to collapse, and getting crazy about toilet paper. When that was happening, I was out there not worrying about toilet paper. I was worrying about buying properties at a discount. Okay, and I did that, and I made a killing. So hopefully this video has helped you, and good luck investing. See you guys. Bye.